Tonight we'll tell you about the BDF private found guilty of the murder of off-duty soldier Jesse Escobar. And the Prime Minister said he's disappointed in the DPP. So how does she feel about him? She tells Jules tonight in an exclusive interview. Plus, the DPP says she's definitely looking at bringing charges for perversion of justice in the Budna abduction. Also, it's probably the last manually operated swing bridge in the world. And now, 102 years after it was installed, the swing bridge will be retired. We'll tell you what will be replacing it. Plus, all the area reps wore orange to the House on Friday, all except Julius Espat. So why did he wear peach? You'll hear tonight. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight, Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indra Craig.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
This Christmas, get ready to unwrap the gift of happiness with Cellular World. This cover phone starting as low as $99. Gift amazing tablets for big and small for just $99. And bring home smart TVs for unforgettable family entertainment starting at $379. Plus, enjoy incredible deals on JBL speakers, smart appliances, and all the technology that fills your home with joy this season. And there's more. Every Tuesday, we unwrap a new surprise for you to find the perfect present at the best price. Visit us at any of our locations in Belize City, Belmopan, Orange Walk, San Pedro, or shop through our virtual store on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp at 615-5141. Unwrap the gift of happiness at Cellular World.
This holiday season, Atlantic Insurance extends our warmest wishes to all our Belizean customers and partners. Thank you for choosing us and for allowing us to stand beside you throughout the year. Your support drives our commitment to excellence and encourages us to innovate and improve each day. As we welcome the new year, we remain dedicated to providing you with dependable service and protection you can trust. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2026 from the management and staff of Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected. En esta temporada navideña, Atlantic Insurance extiende nuestros más cálidos deseos a todos nuestros clientes y socios beliceños. Gracias por elegirnos y por permitirnos acompañarlos a lo largo del año. Su apoyo impulsa nuestro compromiso con la excelencia y nos motiva a innovar y mejorar cada día. Al recibir el año nuevo, reiteramos nuestra dedicación a brindarle un servicio confiable y la protección en la que puede confiar. Feliz Navidad y próspero Año Nuevo 2026, de parte de la gerencia y el personal de Atlantic Insurance, asegurándote siempre contra lo inesperado de la vida.
While banking options shrink and credit unions come under pressure, the central bank has announced the shutting down of 19 credit unions. 19 closures, all using the same liquidator. The very one tied to St. Francis Xavier Credit Union and colleague of Governor Kareem Michael. Was there any bidding? Any open tendering? Because when the same people keep getting the same jobs over and over without competition, it's arrogance from the very top.
Belize, it's that time again. GST-free weekends are back on December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st. Just in time for big savings for Christmas. On these weekends, most local retail goods will be GST-free at checkout. That includes frequently bought standard-rated goods such as furniture, appliances, electronics, clothing and footwear, Christmas decorations, curtains, rugs, Marley, toys, and grocery items like seasonings, mixed essences, mixed fruits, and soft drinks. Everything you need to make your December more affordable. And good news for the holiday cooks. Picnic shoulder ham, smoked ham leg, and imported turkey are 0 rated all December long. And before you leave the store, always take a quick look at your receipt. You should see the GST removed or discounted automatically. So that means more savings and more room in your Christmas budget. So Belize, let's shop smart this Christmas season. December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st, GST-free weekends, brought to you by Belize Tax Services.
This Christmas, get into the joy with Uno. Imagine winning a shiny motorcycle, a brand new TV, a brand new fan, or grocery coupons to make your holiday shopping easier. The surprises keep coming. All you have to do is visit Uno, and for every $25 on fuel, you'll get a coupon. Fill out and participate. Get 1 coupon for each quart of Uno lubricants or 2 for a gallon. Visit your nearest Uno gas station today. Fill your tank and drive into Christmas cheer with Uno. Uno gas stations.
What happens when one person decides to make a change? In communities across Belize, we're seeing the answer.
Hi, I'm Kayla Linares. I love being outside and surrounded by nature. When I heard about the national cleanup, I signed up right away. I don't litter, and I help clean up Belize, one piece of trash at a time.
It starts with one choice, one moment, one step towards something better. Across our beautiful country, everyday heroes are making a difference. In just one day, nearly 2,000 volunteers collected over 40,000 pounds of garbage. From local groups to national partners, Belizeans are uniting to protect what we love. Every cleanup, every piece of properly disposed waste, every conversation, it all creates a ripple effect. But we can't just continue to clean up after everybody's mess. Let's prevent it and be proactive, not reactive. Because remember, our Belize, our responsibility. Bini.
The journey towards owning a home was a family decision as we needed stability and security. And it was a financial investment that we would have for our family's legacy. Getting a home loan from Atlantic Bank was very easy. The officers there were able to walk you through the process and you were able to ask questions. Moving into our home for the first time was a blessed and happy experience. I remember turning the key for the first time, and the family was so excited to see our new home where we'll be making new memories in.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Each year, dozens of animals and plants are taken from their natural habitats and sold illegally. This illegal wildlife trade threatens species with extinction and increases incidents of cruelty, from exotic pets like parrots and icons like the jaguar to key marine species like turtles and sharks. The demand for wildlife, their parts and plants is driving wildlife and plant populations to the brink. But you can help by reporting any illegal wildlife trade, supporting conservation efforts, and choosing sustainable products. Together, we can protect wildlife and preserve our planet for future generations.
In Toyota, we think that when you trust the timing of your life, life becomes easy to drive. Easy to connect. Easy to start. Easy to make friends. Easy to enjoy. Because if you can trust in a car that's easy to drive, shine, and fit, life is also easy to live, trust, and enjoy. Easy to drive is to live life with the confidence that only Toyota can provide you. New Toyota Raves. Easy to drive, easy to live.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
It was the murder permanently etched in the public's imagination for those famously callous words delivered as a soldier lay dead on the ground in front of his family. Next boxer, next boxer. That's what one of the lawmen said after a BDF soldier fatally shot off-duty soldier Jesse Escobar in a grocery store in Santa Familia in September of 2021. At the time, Escobar was in civilian clothes and shopping with his wife and child. Now, the DPP has secured the conviction of 2 soldiers and a policeman for their roles in that cold killing. Last week, 2 of them were sent to serve hard time for perverting the course of justice. And yesterday in Belmopan, Justice Creary Dixon found Private Jesse Escobar guilty of murder. The DPP discussed a verdict with 7 News today.
Yes, the judge delivered her verdict yesterday. She found him guilty of murder. So this was in relation to the actual killing of Jesse Escobar. Did as part of the defense advance that he did not intend to kill Jesse Escobar. The main part of their defense, however, was self-defense. In relation to intention, the judge would have been required to look at all of the circumstances of the case. And in her judgment, she said she considered the weapon that was used, the distance from which the shot was fired, and all of the circumstances leading up to what had taken place. And of course, in this case, the weapon used was an M4 carbine, which it came out in evidence had a kill range of over 400 feet. And Jesse was just a few feet away, and the weapon was aimed towards his chest when the trigger was pulled. So it was certain death. So the judge did not agree that there was no evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he intended to kill Jesse when he fired the shot. But as I said, the main defense was self-defense. He said that he felt that his life was in danger. But we were thankfully able to satisfy the court beyond a reasonable doubt that this man, who was not approaching him aggressively, but yes, admittedly was walking towards him, but had only a plastic cup in his hand, was really not threatening his life, and he could not have honestly believed that his life was in danger.
And we apologize, that should be Private Raheem Valencio that was found guilty of murder for Private Jesse Escobar. So there was no element of self-defense. It was an unjustified and excessive use of lethal force by the BDF and police who were on joint patrol near that border village. The DPP said there is a lot to be learned.
Is this a sobering lesson for law enforcement, the totality of these 3 convictions?
Well, definitely. In relation to the conduct of the officer on that day, the judge spoke in her judgment about the need for training in relation to the use of force, and of course in relation to the officers who gave the false statement. So there was a different lesson there to be learned.
Is this a teachable moment, so to speak?
An extremely teachable moment, to use your words, Jules. One of the things that I found really remarkable in the sentencing hearing for the soldier and the police officer was that they did not seem to regard what happened as having been anything serious. Some of their mitigation witnesses characterized it as a little mistake. One of the attorneys, even in his address, said it was a small error. It was not. This strikes at the heart of the administration of justice. giving a false statement. Whether it is a false statement to assist someone or to implicate someone, it is a very serious matter. And I hope that even though they may not have been willing to admit that this was something serious that was done, that the persons who are looking, who are listening, understand that if it is a person has been found to have been implicated in encouraging someone or coercing someone to give a false statement, and even the person who has given that false statement are amenable to be investigated, charged, prosecuted, and convicted, and then properly sentenced.
And what the DPP just described, persons who encouraged someone to give false statements can be charged for perverting the course of justice. That leads inevitably to the Joseph Budna abduction, where at least 2 police officers have reportedly been made to give false statements in the Budna investigation. The DPP told us she is looking at bringing such charges.
Is this something that your office may have to be looking at in the Budna file that lies before you, that there may have been the perversion of the course of justice?
Definitely, definitely. We are looking towards charges not just for the persons directly involved in the kidnapping, but for the persons who try to get individuals to give false statements, or those who actually gave false statements. The next few weeks are going to be very critical to our investigation.
And while the DPP's office is still working on the investigation, she stressed that the Evidence 7 News has aired of a police-led criminal conspiracy to abduct Joseph Budna and derail the investigation is nothing that they can take to court.
I think that the public has to be able to distinguish between what you are broadcasting and what I actually have available to me by way of evidence on a file. You are serving a very important function. The public needs to be aware of what is happening. But I think that some persons may be thinking, because Jules said it, the DPP can rely on it, the DPP can use it. I can't carry you to court to say any of those things you're screaming about. So we are at the point where we have a file that does not implicate anyone in anything. And we have to ensure that we get it to the point where the truth can be told. But while we're doing that, I just need people to understand that Jules is not in charge of this investigation. Jules won't be in charge of this prosecution. But do what you're doing, because this is your function.
And the function of the DPP and police office is to prosecute crime. And the Budna one happened in plain view. But many politicians from the ruling party and senior cops have had a hard time admitting that it happened and was caught on camera. The DPP harbors no such illusion.
Are you operating on the clear conclusion that obviously a crime was committed in plain view on that night?
Obviously, a crime has been committed. I don't believe there is any doubt in relation to whether or not a crime has been committed. A Belizean citizen was in Belize. He is now in a Guatemalan prison. It was not his intention to go to that Guatemalan prison, and he has spoken, and he has said what happened to him. A crime has been committed. What we need to confirm beyond a reasonable doubt is who was involved in that crime. Not just the actors, as in the ones who detained him against his will, but why did they do it? Where did the instruction come from, or how did the plan originate to do it? This is what we have to look at.
But if we know who did it, why can't they be arrested and charged?
You seem to know who did it, Jules.
He's identified someone. That person was put on interdiction. The acting commissioner took it seriously enough.
Mm-hmm. So, as I said earlier, I need to have it within the 4 corners of my file.
And the file that police gave her as a DPP has plainly stated contains less than nothing. That description incensed the Prime Minister, who has publicly said on more than one occasion that he is, quote, very disappointed with the way she expressed herself. So how does she feel about him for perhaps crossing a line and throwing soft shade at an office which is constitutionally enshrined to maintain its independence? We asked her today.
The Prime Minister has said twice, various outlets, he's disappointed in you for your less than nothing statement. How do you feel about that?
Do you think, Jules, that you will get me to say something unfavorable about the Honorable Prime Minister? I would not. Firstly, it would be very unprofessional of me. Secondly, even if it were not, I have the greatest of respect for the Honorable John Bosanyo. Before he actually became Prime Minister, we've had several conversations about respect for the rule of law, the independence of the judiciary, and the independence of the DPP's office. And I am 100% confident that the Honorable Prime Minister would never interfere in the business of the DPP's office. The Honorable Prime Minister would never interfere with the work of the DPP's office. And that is all that I have to say in relation to that.
Isn't it, though, a kind of influence interference when one says, I'm disappointed in you?
I don't think it was an attempt to interfere, and certainly it would not have had that effect, because we pursue our prosecutions without fear or favor. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter whether people are happy with us or unhappy with us once we are doing what we are meant to do and observing the ethics of the profession and the office that we are working in.
We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll show you a 70-year-old man convicted for raping an 11-year-old boy. He was sentenced today. You'll hear how many years he got. Plus, the swing bridge will finally be retired. We'll tell you what will be replacing it. Don't go away.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Season's greetings from the Social Security Board. As the festive season fills our hearts with warmth and joy, we extend our heartfelt thanks to you, our valued customers, for your continued trust and support throughout the year. 2025 has been a year of growth and innovation. As part of our ongoing journey to modernize and deliver smarter, more sustainable services, we introduced new My Social Security upgrades designed to make access easier, faster, and more convenient. Looking ahead to 2026, we remain committed to being a dynamic, progressive, and sustainable organization, embracing technology to enhance customer experience and operational efficiency. This Christmas, we celebrate the families, workers, and retirees who inspire all that we do. From all of us at the Social Security Board, may your holidays be filled with love, laughter, and hope for the year ahead.
While banking options shrink and credit unions come under pressure, the central bank has announced the shutting down of 19 credit unions. 19 closures, all using the same liquidator, the very one tied to St. Francis Xavier Credit Union and colleague of Governor Kareem Michael. Was there any bidding? Any open tendering? Because when the same people keep getting the same jobs over and over without competition, it's arrogance from the very top.
Welcome to a new era of civil registration in Belize. The Vital Statistics Unit is undergoing a digital transformation, introducing new digital services through the Civil Registry and Vital Statistics System, CRVS. This transformation is designed to make accessing vital records faster, easier, more efficient, and more affordable for all Belizeans. The CRVS now offers simplified procedures designed to transform how you interact with your vital records. You can access vital records needed for business, travel, healthcare, and other needs. If you prefer face-to-face assistance, our friendly and efficient staff are here to help. The CRVS now offers both e-certificates and paper certificates. Citizens can print secure certificates at home or request a paper version. Each certificate will now include a unique QR code that can be scanned and verified. The CRVS is designed for all Belizeans, from government officials to professionals, from rural communities to our migrant population. The new CRVS, digitally connecting citizens to all vital statistics services. To learn more, visit our website and start using the CRVS today.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having two sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Why settle for one look when you can have two? Available now at Mikado are these reversible blackout curtains that give you two beautiful styles in one. Perfect for any mood or room refresh. And the best part, they're only $45. Yes, two looks for the price of one. Switch it up anytime. Cozy one day, classy the next. And with blackout fabric, you'll enjoy privacy, comfort, and a good night's sleep too. Visit us at number 37 Albert Street and choose your favorite style of reversible blackout curtains or shop online at WhatsApp 609-2222. Mikado, your number one textile palace.
Nando's Wholesale is the distributor for the full line of Badia spices, including the original complete seasoning, the perfect combination of ingredients and spices prepared to enhance the natural flavor of your favorite foods. Also, cinnamon powder for all your desserts, fruits, and beverages, and as special dishes. All these are available in commercial sizes or restaurant packaging. Nando's products are available at your local retailer or contact us at 222-5000. From Corozal to Toledo, Nando's is proud to be serving Belize as its #1 wholesale distributor for over 35 years.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
A 70-year-old man was sentenced to 19 years, 6 months imprisonment today after he was convicted for the rape of an 11-year-old boy. Henry Halsey, father of 3 and former deportee, was convicted of forcing the child to perform sexual acts on him. He was caught by the child's older brother in the back of an old bus where it happened. Justice Nigel Pilgrim looked at various factors, including a victim impact statement before he handed down his sentencing. Halls also has convictions for theft, possession of controlled drugs, and burglary dating back to 2012. The judge ordered that his sentencing take effect from June 12, 2024. The police booth situated near the Coast Guard base on the George Price Highway has been a factor for years, but reports reaching 7 News today was that it was permanently shut down. All the signs were removed and even the air conditioner taken out of the booth, our sources said. We asked the OC for Eastern Division about this today, and he says they are still on duty in the area, but with limited checkpoints.
What we are doing is that we are limiting the checkpoints being done in that area. Both police officers' presence will still be at that checkpoint. In the event that we have information of any drugs, firearm coming in, or in the event that we have a robbery and we need to intercept any vehicle, the officers will be on the ground. So it is not that we are closing down the checkpoint.
If you have some savings stashed away, the government is giving you the chance to invest in Hydro Belize Limited, formerly Fortis Belize. Hydro Belize provides approximately a third of the power supplied annually to the country, and with BEL needing as much power as it can produce, it's considered a solid investment. Today, a star offering was announced. According to a press release, quote, together the plans have a capacity of 51 megawatts of power, hold long-term power supply agreements with BEL, and generate gross annual revenues in 2024 of approximately $50 million Belize dollars, end quote. As the PM explained today, in the first instance, 4 million shares, or 50% of the current outstanding shares of the company, will be offered for sale at $29 per share. He also told us that it's an opportunity for individuals and smaller investors to get a share before larger investors get a piece. Here's how he explained it.
As we said from the start when I presented to Cabinet and it went to the National Assembly, that these shares we want to offer to Belizeans so that the Belizean public can benefit from these shares. Presently, we are offering 50% of the shares, and this is mostly for small investors like yourselves. I mean, if you have some money, I think you should invest. I think it will give you a good return for teachers, BDF, everybody, individuals. And then the other 50% is being held back by the government. And then that, after this first 50% initial offering is finished, then we want to do the other 50%. And based if all of it is bought up, and if not, then it will be left for the institutional investors, such as Social Security. Social Security is expressing great interest. The prospectus is, we're only waiting for the Financial Services Commission to be able to give an actual official letter. They have already gone through it. And so for us to make that offering after this, then we go to institutional investors such as Social Security, and I think HRC have already expressed some interest.
The share sale opens tomorrow and will close on January 20th. Applications are available online at hydrobelize.com. If all 4 million shares are sold, the government would recoup $160 million. The Prime Minister still won't confirm whether BTL is acquiring his family-owned company SpeedNet, but if the acquisition does happen, then Belize's telecommunications sector would be a monopoly like the water and electricity sectors. Here's what the PM said today while talking very generally about the utility sector, while saying very little about the possible acquisition of SpeedNet and a trio of cable companies, which could cost BTL $200 million.
That has not come to us yet. I think that they're doing if anything is happening, they're doing their negotiations, and when that happens, when they have that negotiations are done, they report to us. As I said, whatever decisions BTL would do, it has to be in the best interest of Belize. That's of the company and Belize. Monopolies, listen, in the United States, for instance, in the great United States, they have over 300 million plus citizens. We have 400,000. They only have 3 phone companies, and they're heavily regulated by the FCC. And likewise here we have the Public Utilities Commission. They regulate and they will set prices. They will not allow any company to be able to just raise prices because they want to raise, just because they want to raise it. They have to make a case. For instance, with BEL, Belize Electricity Limited, after 5 years, they finally come and ask for a raise. And even when they've done that, they've gone through a tedious process to be able to approve it. BWSL, the same thing, a tedious process. If we want to, with BWSL, if we want to expand water into the rest of the country and in small communities, areas where it's not necessarily feasible, but we have to give water to our citizens, somebody has to pay for it. That is why they're investigating about $130 million in expansion. I just met with BWSL earlier this week. We're looking at doing a water and sewerage plant expansion in San Pedro. We need to do something urgently in San Pedro, because if we don't, in the next 10 to 15 years, San Pedro will not be the San Pedro that we know. So that's over 200 million US for us to do. We have to work on that to see how we could get the funding.
The sugarcane crop will be starting much later this year. Today, the PM, who is also the Minister of the Sugar Industry, told us it will commence in mid-January, 1 month later than traditional starts. The industry is currently facing issues with the weather and with fusarium. But Briceño also added that there is progress between BSCFA and BSI.
I think it's programmed for next year in January. I think it's around the middle of the month. And the reason being that because of the fusarium problems, it has affected the amount of cane that is available. And at the same time, it allows them for the, it's been a lot of rain, so hopefully by then it will be drier and make it easier to be able to have a successful crop.
Anything you know in relation to the commercial agreement between BSCFA and BSI?
For what I'm being told, that it's been going well. The chairman of BSCFA did send me a message. He said that the negotiations are going well. I think there is trying to settle on the length of the agreement. They wanted 7 years, and I think BSI wanted less. But that's still in working. But it's there's goodwill on both sides in trying to find a commercial agreement in the interest of both sides.
Yesterday, you heard the NGO senator call on the government to aid the Friends Conservation and Development after they reported that they were being blocked in the Chicky Bowl. The FCD co-manages the national park area, and they're trying to conduct their scarlet macaw studies, but cannot get their license approved. After 2 decades, the Forestry Department told them they need a letter of no objection from Bullridge, which has a logging concession in the Forest Reserve, which covers a large part of the bird's domain. But Briceño said it's not to block them, but rather to develop some structure in the area.
I think it's important if you could sit down with me and I can give you all the details, because I've been involved in the discussions between both sides. And the last meeting that we had, I think it was probably around July or August this year, what we agreed to is that both of them were manning the entrance to the reserve, when really is Bullridge. They are the ones that are responsible for the reserve. And they are in charge of the Chicky Bull. One is Mountain Parish, one is Chicky Bull. And so we've been working along with Bullridge, Forestry Department and FCD. So we're finding a new area. I think they have already addressed that with the BDF, because I think it's going to be close to the Wacamayo Bridge in that area where they're going to be putting their new headquarters. On the issue of the scarlet macaw, the studies, I'm told that Bullridge is also doing their studies, and they would want also to do their own. Both of them have been doing the studies. I imagine the whole reason is not necessarily about no objections, but simply that Bullridge needs to be advised of any activity that's happening in the area, because remember they are moving big trucks with lots of logs, and we want to ensure that that nobody gets hurt during that time. So I think it's more for coordination more than anything else. I really don't see what is the big issue. I'm very supportive of CD. I support the work that they've been doing, and we need to continue to support them.
I think the issue is that they didn't need the letter beforehand, and they've been doing this work for so many years.
Well, what has happened is that they were trying to put more structure. Remember earlier, FCD had their camp right at the entrance of the Mountain Barrage Reserve, and now to ensure that we have a better management of both areas, they have decided in consultation between themselves and the Forestry Department to move elsewhere. And so now it's just an evolution of things. It has nothing to do to, we're not making anything difficult.
We met the Prime Minister at the launch of the plan, the Swing Bridge in downtown Belize City. Made in Liverpool, England more than a century ago, it is the last manually operated one in the world, and now it will finally be replaced. The bridge is in a dire state, so much so that it cannot just be renovated, it has to be replaced. And before any Belizeans are put in danger, the MIDH, along with the Japanese International Cooperation Agency, are combining efforts to install a brand new bridge. Today they signed the grant agreement for the funding of the bridge. Courtney Menzies has this story.
Belize City's Swing Bridge is the most recognizable cultural and historic landmark in the downtown area. But over the 102 years that it has stood there, it has withstood floods, hurricanes, megatons of vehicular traffic, and over a century of wear and tear. And in its current state, it poses a risk to those who use it. According to the Infrastructure Development Minister, after an evaluation, they saw that the bridge needed urgent replacement.
The two that were outrightly recommended for replacement as soon as reasonably possible was the Belcan Bridge and the Swing Bridge. The Swing Bridge, which was one of them, therefore, the MIDH took this seriously and presented the grim situation to Cabinet and asked for support to begin development a project for the replacement of this iconic structure. The current bridge replacement is designed to be a two-span steel concrete positive slab bridge. It will span a length of 42 meters long, placed on a skew to improve the alignment of adjoining streets. The new bridge tapers from a minimum of 14 meters wide to a maximum width of 18 meters at its widest point. I think you have viewed it on the sketches that were presented to us. The cross-section accommodates 2 lanes of traffic, 2 1-meter wide bicycle lanes, and pedestrian sidewalks that vary from 2 meters to 4 meters wide. It is anticipated that the bridge will be fabricated in Japan using corrosion-resistant technology, shipped to Belize and erected on in-situ reinforced concrete foundations.
But apart from just building a more modern, resilient bridge, this project is also about maintaining the culture that the bridge represents.
Since its construction in Belize City in 1923, the Swing Bridge has stood as an integral part of Belize City's cultural life. As you have heard, it holds the distinction of being the oldest swing bridge in Central America. The uniqueness of Belize's Swing Bridge lies in the fact, as you saw in the brief video, that it required at least 4 persons to manually swing it to allow larger boats to pass through, mainly for fishing vessels to deliver their fresh catch to expectant buyers.
This project is in part preserving a part of our rich cultural relic, which, while anticipating the harsh realities of construction, is in a flood-prone area of the nation. Today, we approach this project fully aware that replacing the Swing Bridge, which is replacing a part of Belize City's identity, And I find it kind of cute still talking that we're replacing the swing bridge and still referring to the new bridge as the swing bridge that will not swing. So I guess that bridge will always be named the swing bridge. Belize City is the country's main commercial center. As a critical point in the city's transport network, this replacement bridge puts climate adaptation and accessibility at the forefront, reducing risk, improving reliability, and supporting the continued economic activity in Belize City.
It's a huge undertaking, and that's why today the GOB signed an exchange of notes and a grant agreement for $28 million with the government of Japan. And as the foreign minister pointed out, this project is an acknowledgement of more than 4 decades of friendship between the two countries.
This year marks the 43rd anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Belize and Japan. Our bilateral relationship has steadily deepened. Our cooperation has been strategic, mutually beneficial, and transformative. It has supported Belize in advancing key national development priorities while aligning with our shared commitment to sustainable development.
This grant agreement does not only demonstrate the evolution and deepening of our friendly relationship with Belize, which has warmly welcomed Japan, but also reflects our shared vision of the resilient and sustainable development. This project is not just about rebuilding our bridge. It is about strengthening the city's lifeline and improving safety and accessibility.
While Minister Fonseca and Ambassador Yamakura signed the exchange of notes, the grant agreement was signed by Hirome Nai, Chief Representative of JICA, and PM Briceño. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
As the Prime Minister mentioned, the new bridge will not swing. The reconstruction of the bridge is projected for completion in 2028, but work starts next month, meaning that city residents can expect 2 years of serious traffic congestion. MIDH Minister Espat says that as part of the project's initial phase, plans are on the way for the construction of a temporary bridge intended to maintain connectivity while long-term reconstruction proceeds.
That's one of the most complex situations that we have to face. The chief engineer is working diligently to look at that. The economic impact that we'll have during the construction process. Remember, we are doing now 2 bridges nearly parallel in the time frame. So what we are doing is, as I mentioned, we are having a temporary bridge, we call it, which will now become permanent, but links Hayes Lane to the south side. And then when the Belcan Bridge commences, we'll have another temporary bridge there. And so now the chief engineer will sit with the city council and the traffic department to look at traffic flows and see how that works.
And while the traffic will flow, what will remain of the iconic Belize City Swing Bridge? It is a defining feature of the city and its history, but 100 years plus of exposure to salt, air, weather, and constant use has definitely taken its toll. The MIDH minister acknowledged the bridge's immense historical value and said that he hopes plans can be explored to physically archive key components of the structure so it can be preserved and displayed for future generations.
Like the Halova, we had designed it so that we could move it, and right now we are putting the Halova Bridge in the Santa Familia crossing to San Ignacio. This one won't be able, it's too much, and it's too old. I think the City Council and Niche, I think, should consider taking portions of it and put it in the museum. I think that would be something but reusable aspects of it will not happen.
And speaking of bridges, what about the other big one in the city that's lined up for replacement? Well, that's the Belcan Bridge, and recently it has been the subject of much controversy when the contract was taken away from the MIDH and handed over to the City Council. Since then, it has gone back to the MIDH, and today as he stood in City Hall, Humiliated when it wasn't allowed to open bids it had invited, Espat crowed about the preeminence of ministry's technical team. When questioned about whether his earlier public objections amounted to a protest that influenced the government's reversal of the decision, the minister was careful in his response.
I wouldn't like to use the word that you use, protest. It's called lobbying. We are proud that MIDH is the ministry that is in charge of infrastructure. We have proven that with time. We have the capable staff. We have experience. We have working relationship with the external partners. And it is my responsibility to sit with the Prime Minister when I believe it is the best to put it where it should be. And in this case, I think the lobby worked.
And when we asked the PM about the Belcan Bridge's move from Sitco to MIDH, he explained that it was more than the council could take on. But what now happens to the $1.76 million contract that was awarded to Turba Limited to supervise the project? Well, the PM says he doesn't know just yet whether Belize will have to foot some of that bill.
I don't know yet, but if there's a contract and we have any legal obligation to pay a part of it, what I know for sure that we will not pay the entire contract, because then we'll not be using all their expertise. I just want to make, for clarity's sake, when they started off with the project, MIDH started the process, but then the City Council said that they believe that they could handle the managing of the contract, of building or supervising the construction of Belcan. We saw it as a natural evolution, like what happens in other cities around the world, where the city is in charge. But after they started the whole process, they realized it's a bit more complicated, and in discussions we felt it's best that we put it back at MIDH. I believe that MIDH has a proud record under our government, on our administration, to get this thing done right.
If there's any part of it to be paid off, will it be paid by the government of Belize or the government of Taiwan?
I have no idea, but we will, when that time comes, we will deal with it.
Espat also confirmed that it will proceed with the original M&M engineering design for the bridge project. This after allegations that the plans had been unlawfully appropriated by a Lebanese firm. Espat confirmed that's in the past.
I'm not an attorney. I'm not involved with that. I only defend the Belizean professionals, and I will stand with that at all times.
But I mean, you will have to have something to work with. Are you still going with that draft?
We are going back to the original design that MIDH had done. We are not changing from that. That was the original design anyway. And that's where the copywriting came in. Because the second one, we didn't give it over. The second one was done on the basis of the one that we did. So we're just going back to where it started.
And we take a break now. When we come back, why did Julius wear peach to the House meeting when everyone else wore orange? He says it was a bit much. And we'll tell you about the colorful new fish market coming to the city. Don't go away.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
This Christmas, live easy with DigiWallet. Enjoy LTE deals with over $120 in savings on DigiWallet Marketplace. Or grab devices in stores starting at just $119 at all Digi stores and Cellular Worlds countrywide. Sign up for a new DigiOne bundle and save up to $250 for 6 months. Or switch to Digi Postpaid this Christmas and walk away with free Samsung A06. Live easy with DigiWallet this Christmas.
They're not just Christmas season, they're $1 million season. Because sometimes the biggest blessing come in the shape of a lottery ticket. This Christmas, the best gift could just be a ticket for $1 million. The $1 million jackpot draws December 20th. Buy a ticket now at any certified Bodega seller on the ForWeBolito app or at forwebolito.bz. Go buy your ticket today for a chance to make your Christmas season extra special.
The ocean is the one constant thing in my life that I've known since I was a young girl. It's kind of hard to choose just one moment when you have so many. From a very young age, I was very fortunate that my dad actually took the time out right here on this beachfront. I remember him teaching me how to swim, and I never forgot it.
I remember being out here sailing from the age of 7, and just being out here in the environment by mangroves, seeing marine species, really pushed my drive to want to get into marine biology and furthermore conservation.
Growing up, I used to be very scared of corals. I used to always think to myself, I don't want to get too close to it, until I started working for an organization that plants corals, and that's where I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing.
So when I was 12, I had a field trip with my primary school, and when we docked onto Dovsky, I remember just seeing piles and piles of filleted parrotfish. And at the time, I knew that parrotfish was a protected species, and that moment definitely had an impact on me and had me wanting to get into conservation and push more for not only protected species, but all species.
Throughout the whole entire data collection of our Ocean News Survey, we did a lot of time across 28 different coastal communities. We got a chance to interview people from various sectors, from fisheries to tourism, to coastal development, to energy, to marine and coastal ecosystems. So we actually learned a lot about what are the current economic activities occurring in our ocean space.
In the study, I was an enumerator. I went around using the Ocean News Survey on our devices, whether that be tablets, laptops, phones. And we went around mapping the areas along the coast that people held value, whether that be to fishermen, to just residents who like to swim. And it taught me a lot about the value it had to these people, because I went to areas in Corozal and I heard stories from fishermen about, this area would have a lot of fish like 20 years ago.
I remember I was in high school, third form, when Fragments of Hope came to our school and gave the class an opportunity to visit their coral restoration nursery at Laughing Bird Key. That was the first time I got to be one-on-one with a coral on an educational aspect. And that moment changed my entire life, because to this day, I still work for that very same organization. One of the biggest concerns with the ocean right now is climate change. The ocean is getting warmer and warmer, and that will have a snowball effect on a number of different things, like ocean acidification affecting crustaceans. Just the general high increase in temperature is going to affect the corals that we have, and we know Belize has the largest living barrier reef in the Western Hemisphere. What will that look like for us in the next 10 years?
It's not that they don't have sustainable practices. I think there needs to be more. And that's the whole point of the Belize Sustainable Ocean Plan.
Involving youth and young professionals are beneficial for this, because young people bring new perspective, they bring creativity, and they may also bring new ideas to the table. They may also identify new issues and also bring new solutions that older generations might not see. Just having youth be more connected to that space, I think would be very fruitful and would create future stewards of our ocean.
Any youths out there who have interest in the ocean or grew up near the ocean should volunteer their time, seek organizations like Fragments of Hope, and see how they can make a difference in the world, because it just takes one fragment. My biggest hope is that we save our barrier reef, because majority of the Belizean population depend on it for livelihood, for tourism, and it's very important that we get people more involved in the ocean space.
What made me want to start my journey in terms of owning a home was basically me having my own space, my own domain, and having something extremely special for my family. That feeling was indescribable. It was amazing, you know, moving in the first time, seeing all the new furniture, the new paint, the new accessories. I was amazed. Home for the holidays means to me bonding with my family, having an amazing time in the Christmas spirit. I would highly recommend Atlantic Bank's personal loans for home renovations because of what it did for me. I fixed my kitchen, I fixed my storage, I fixed my master bedroom, my showers, you name it, I fixed it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything. You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Friday's House meeting will be forever remembered as the day 25 PUP reps all wore tangerine-colored guayaberas in solidarity with 16 days of activism. Some in the public scoffed, some jeered, some cheered. But Julius Espat from Cayo South wore a peach Ralph Lauren shirt, not orange. He was the only one to break the color code. So, was it an act of rebellion or defiance? We asked him today.
No, I just liked the shirt that I had on, and it fit really well.
So it was not an act of rebellion?
No, no rebellion at all. I'm just comfortable with who I am, and I thought that I was comfortable in the one that I wore. And I applaud the others for having a deeper orange than I did. But no problem.
Was that shirt customized for you, or you just?
I don't know, because I didn't have one. I'll be honest with you. We learn from our mistakes. I personally believe if we would have worn a white guayabera with an orange ribbon, it would have sent the signal and it would have been professional. But a decision was made, and the outcry of the public was not positive. And we need to learn. We are human beings, and we make mistakes. And I think the initiative was a really good one. The people saw it maybe in a little different light, but it was for a good cause. And hopefully we learn and we go to ribbons instead of shirts.
If you're a Belize City resident who drives past North Front Street with any regularity, you will have noticed the brightly colored structures going up where the Northern Fisherman parking lot used to be. So what will be housed there? A few weeks ago, we learned that it will be a fancy fish market.
It's actually a project where it's a fish market. And it's a fish market that will have restaurants there that you can buy your fish and take it to the restaurant and get it fried and eat it right there. It's something that's popular within the Caribbean destination. In Barbados, they have this place called like Oisings where you can get fresh fish and that sort of thing. It's the same concept but at a much higher level. And like the CEO said, it adds value to the Belize City product, and it's a part of the entire Sustainable Tourism Master Plan to continue to develop Belize City.
The Salvation Army keeps soldiering on by assisting those in need in the Christmas season, and today they distributed vouchers to the elderly so they can get some grocery shopping done. Jo Marie Lanza stopped by their headquarters for the event.
The seasonal sea of people formed this morning in front of the Salvation Army headquarters on Regent Street for their annual Christmas voucher distribution. It comprises mostly the elderly who are in need of the extra funds to put together their Christmas dinner. And the Salvation Army says it's something they look forward to doing each year.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of Angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
It is a pleasure for us every year to show them our love during this Christmas season. Our partners is the Belizean people because is put it that way, without them we'll not be able to have these functions. As you know, everything is really costly right now. This year they are going to get a voucher for $50. Last year it was $45, but this year it's $50. And it's really tough, to tell you the truth. It's hard, but the fact that is a part of our legacy to see how to make the children happy and to make the seniors happy, and we try our best and to have the voucher for the seniors. And that's why we keep calling upon the donors, please, your donation is very important. Support the Salvation Army to make the seniors happy as well.
This year, they are distributing 600 vouchers to seniors. And while they wish it could be more, The extra help does make a difference for these persons.
We have different places, especially now for Belize, it will be the public supermarket. And we have another supermarket in Ativille and one in Joyville. So those supermarket, we put their name on their vouchers and they will be able to go to the supermarket and purchase whatever they want. Each time you can make somebody feel happy, we as a human being, we feel happy. In the Salvation Army is our aim, make people feel happy, share to others. Yes, sometimes people might say, yes, we don't have it, but guess what? The little together will make it happen. So when somebody is happy, know that someone knows that, yes, I am going to get something where during the Christmas I can go to a supermarket to buy something for my family. That means a lot. That's what makes us feel comfortable, make somebody happy. And not only that, we are teaching our children as to follow up to say that, okay, give to others. Don't just see yourself. Let other people, get a part from what you have. For us, it show the love of God, the love of Jesus Christ. Share what we have.
So we asked a few of the recipients how this voucher helps them along. And here's what they told us.
Will help me out good due to my moms and my family and my friends. With this same program here, we're helping my mom and helping my friends too, right?
So how you want to spend the Christmas?
I'm going to spend it good, with my mom and my family and my niece and my nephews.
Man, this voucher helped me a lot. But there are some people when they hang out their hand. But this Salvation Army every year, they see to it that we give you food and we leave snacks and everything. But there are some people, but there are some men. So I am very appreciated. Because every year they stretch out their hand to me, my children and my grandchildren. Because I got 5 grandsons and 2 great-grand. And I'm very, 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 very appreciated.
How you want to spend the Christmas?
Well, I want to spend it around the table to eat because thanks to Uno. So I want to spend it good with the help of God and the strength of God.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Jo Marie Lanza, 7 News.
And at another HQ, the staff at the Raccoon Street Police Station were getting into the Christmas spirit by hosting a Christmas party for the children of police officers. Dozens of children received gifts and snacks courtesy of the department, and the OC for Eastern Division explained why they decided to take on this initiative for their officers and families.
Today, as we all see, we have an event for the police officers' children. This was something that was spontaneously called for, so I had to get my management team up here in Eastern Division ready in less than 4 days for us to have this event proceeding. This is an idea that came from the Commissioner's Police Office and the Minister of Police. They assisted us with some finance, and we get the support from the business people here in Belize City, and that's how we were able to put a gift package, sweets, snacks and so forth for the children of police officers working here in Eastern Division. So we had from the staff officers to relief officers, commanders involved in the planning of this event today. The other initiative that was put in place was that each police officer, not only Eastern Division but countrywide, either gets a ham or a turkey. This is something that had never been seen before. We had events where some police officers get, not everybody, but this time it is every single police officer and civilian staff assigned to the police department.
Given the level of movement, gift shopping and traveling occurring these past few weeks, the Belize Police Department has increased patrols and police presence in busy areas to keep the public safe. We all know that we tend to see a spike in robberies and other crimes during this season. And Senior Superintendent Raimundo Reyes says they do have to do everything in their power to prevent Christmas crime.
What you could see is that you will be seeing police officers on the ground, and we're seeing it from during the course of the early mornings. We have operations, as I mentioned. During the evenings, we have extra patrols, as well as operation teams on the ground. So police officers are within every single corner of where we have business people moving around, so we have them on hand. It is not only actually within Lake Independence, it is all over the city. We end up to have to re-strategize our patrols. We see more operations being carried out right now as we speak on the grounds, and that is just to ensure the safety of the residents. We all know it is a minimum number of people giving us work, so we are targeting these individuals on a daily basis as we speak. We do have the BDF on the ground, but they're doing just certain areas within the Lake Independence foot patrols. The officers from the Gangs Operation Unit, the Special Patrol Unit, the Mobile Interdiction Unit, and our support teams are the officers who are doing the house searches, empty lot searches, in order to try to get drugs, firearms off the streets.
And that's it for our 7 Newscast tonight. Thanks for watching. With your news, I'm Indira Craig. Remember, you can find a full transcript of the news at 7newsbelize.com and see the streaming video on our Facebook or YouTube pages. Have a pleasant evening. Make sure to join me back here tomorrow at 6.